Hey everybody, it's GBub here. How y'all doing? Welcome back to this side of the pond. We're back over here in America again, and we're going to be playing some American Truck Sim. I'm going to be taking my Volvo 300 out here, and we're going to take on another one of those Christmas deliveries. I'm going to do one on over here in America this time. So we've already picked one up, as you see here. We got one in progress. We're taking gifts, and we're going to be going from Ogden, Utah to Elko, because we left off in Ogden, where we left off. And we got 17 and a half hours to do it. It's going to pay us $13,747. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map and see where we're going. See, we left off up here in Ogden, just north of Salt Lake. So we're parked over here at the FedEx. So we're going to have to, see, it's already picked it up. So it's over here at the FedEx. We're at the Walmart. So we're going to have to pull out. We're going to go around, come over here, pick up our trailer, which looks like it's picked around in the back. So that might be an interesting pickup there. And then once we got it, we're going to have to come all the way to Elko. Where's Elko? There it is. So we're going to be bringing it back over here. So there you go. Not a lot of new stuff to discover this time. We'll be picking up this little stretch right there, and we'll be getting the other side of the freeway where it splits into two parts right there. So we'll be closing up some of the stuff as we go along. We've explored about 5 2/3% of the map. Let's see where we're going. So when we get into Elko, where are we going to be dropping it off at? Looks like we're going to be dropping it off down here in Walgreens. But before we do that, let's remember, before we get to Elko, I'm going to swing by. We're going to go like that, I think. We're going to come up here and swing by and come on around. Yeah, we'll put that there. We'll put that there so whenever we pick up the trailer. Right now, we won't do it because we're still trying to get to the trailers. When we get the trailer, we're going to come and we're going to remember to hit that Kenworth place here because we haven't actually discovered it yet. And that'll give us that Kenworth dealership. And then we'll have all the little points of interest, all the little question marks, the discoverables done in Elko there, which I don't think we actually have it on our map yet. I'm not sure if we actually got credit for the city, because we just passed it on the the freeway there. But we'll see. Let's go on out and get driving. No coffee this morning right yet. It's still brewing, but I do got a Mountain Dew here. And I am enjoying it, let me tell you. Let it load in. We're back in, I think it's a 12 speed, isn't it? Is it a 12 speed or 10 speed? Oh lordy, I'm gotten so used to being over on the other side of the pond. And 9. So if I flip this, yep, it's a 10 speed. Alrighty, so there we go. Let's leave it neutral for right now. Let's crank her up.
Calculating route. Please proceed to highlighted route.
Good. That means we can go ahead and turn this off. Let's see. Go there, and go here. And there we are. Alrighty. Got our lights on. Let's get our wipers going. Figure out where we're gonna go here. Alrighty. So we're gonna go straight on ahead. I guess, yeah, this is where we dropped it off because we had to back it in through here. So we're gonna go straight on ahead here. And we're just gonna be bobtailing it for right now. Oh lordy, now I'm gonna have to remember that all my truck's hanging off the right. I was just getting used to the fact that all of it's hanging off to the left. Pull her on up. This, let me get settled. There we go. We're good and centered here, and we're gonna head on out of this delivery location. All the way down to the end here. Now, miles per hour. Oil temperatures. There we go. That's got my miles per gallon. Sorry, just looking at what I got. There we go. 4.6 miles per gallon. Okay. And on the left, bottom left.
200 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Is what gear I'm in. Alrighty, that's the one I'm wanting. It's gonna be interesting driving around over here on this side of the world. Let's see whether or not I forget how long it takes me to remember what side of the road I'm supposed to be on and all. Not a bad day out there. It's 59 degrees.
Yards, turn left.
I hope there ain't no train coming.
Turn
Shouldn't be. This
left.
is just a little yard here, but shouldn't never be a train there. But you know, in the interest of realism. We're going left. Is that correct? I think she said left. Nothing coming that way. Ooh. Saw that building or whatever down there. Thought it was a train coming down the road. I tell you how freaked out I was there for a second. Sitting on those tracks. Now, we should be picking up our delivery. And it looks like it's around back behind the building.
In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, it's gonna be in this yard up here, this freight yard, is it?
You have arrived.
It shouldn't be that hard to find. Yep. It's on the other side of all these roadways and all that. It's tucked in between these roadways. You're gonna be the very last one back over here next to that ramp. You have arrived, but where are you at? Oh, there it is. Boy, they tucked it way on back around here, didn't they? Okay, let's remember we're gonna have to go and pick it up. I guess it doesn't actually light up until we get all the Susies and everything hooked up to it and then turn on the lights there, does it? Is that enough room where I can swing on around? I have to. Yep, okay. I just have to be careful because I've gotten kind of used to not having a nose on the front of my tractor. And now I got to remember I got a big old something sticking out there with an engine in it that I could knock off this sucker. All right. Now, I'm going to take my camera off the little stand up there. Set it down here, and then I should be able to use the mouse. And I can. All right. Let's see if I can back her on up. You can actually stick your head out the window where you are. It's not all that tough, although I should have a brake light. I should have backy light, but man, they piss poor back there, ain't they? Let's see if we can get this on the first go here.
Calculating route.
Let's hook her up.
Please proceed to highlighted route.
There we go. We got the Susies and all hooked up. Let's put her neutral, put the parking brake on. Let's swing her back around. Let's get track IR camera back up here where it needs to be. Let's center our vision. There we go. And now let's hop out and let's take a look what she looks like. Oh, look at the reflection in the rain there. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that just so pretty? Okay, let's go out to the world map now. Take out my Rand McNally. And yes, Rand McNally is a big maker in the U.S. of maps. And they do maps, and they do like GPS hardware, GPS things. The Rand McNally Truckster, I think it is. Like they're up to like the 780 or the 790 and all that. And especially built for trucks. Shows you all the low-hanging bridges and toll roads and all that kind of stuff. Now, once we get up here, we actually want to swing it right up here. Now, so if we reset it, it's going to want us to go like this. I'm thinking we can pull in here, turn it around, and come back instead of taking that long road here. But we'll see how much time we got. If we got the time, that'll fill up some more road space there. So we'll leave it like that for right now. But for the meantime, we got a whole bunch of trucking ahead of us. So let me go and get my coffee, because it should be finished brewing. And we'll be back and we'll get this truck moving. Alrighty? And we're back. I got my coffee, readjusted my seats. I'm going to have
Calculating route.
readjust my track IR here.
Please proceed to highlighted route.
Get how I want to be. There we go. That'll work. Okay, let's put this puppy back in gear. Take the parking brake off. And let's get started on down the road, shall we? This thing, I looked on it. These are heavy loads. After last time, they pointed out that it was on the page. I looked, and yeah, whenever you're getting this, it was listed as being 43,000 pounds. So that is one heavy load here. And I'm wondering if this thing is accurate, then depending on how the simulation runs, if it's accurate simulation, then they should be taking that into account, taking the weight into account whenever they figure out how much fuel you're burning. If they're really doing that realistic,
Turn left.
if they're doing that realistic fuel economy and all. Because that's one thing about this, is that boy, all this gravel and all on this road and stuff, it almost looks like we got sleet on the ground, doesn't it? Oop. Mr. Shift. But yeah, if they're doing that, if you got in what they call realistic fuel consumption,
Keep right, then go straight ahead.
if you're doing realistic fuel consumption, then that whole fuel economy skill is worthless. We may have talked about this last time, but that fuel economy skill doesn't do anything for you, because it's totally based on how well you shift and your gears
Keep
and
right,
whether
then
you-
turn right.
whether you do a whole bunch of jackrabbit starts and all that
Turn
kind of
right.
stuff. Right, let's slow her on down. Come to a stop. There we go. Gotta remember, roads are a little slicker here in the rain. Alrighty. And no, I don't want to play 108.5 The Office. Don't look like any traffic.
How many guys out there have been using their wife
Alrighty.
or girlfriend shampoo? Your hair is different, so do them
let me
and
go
your
out
hair
and
a
turn the
favor.
radio
Get
off,
your
'cause
own.
I don't know how we
Dove
turned
Men
it
Plus
on.
Care has created a range design to give your hair the care it needs to stay strong
on.
and
Let me
more
hear about my
resilient.
hair.
Available at Walmart.
It was nice knowing that I could get that product from Walmart, so I'll remember that in the future. Because I'd like my hair to be all silky and shiny and all that. But we definitely can't use music. That's one of the stations I usually listen to, 108 The
Keep
Office.
right, then turn right.
Whenever I'm trucking on my own and I'm not bringing y'all along, I'm just driving around. Because I listen to the radio
Turn
then.
right.
I do a bunch of listening to the radio and everything then, you know, because that's the whole point of it. Sit here and drive for a couple hours and just sit and listen to all the music of the country, you know. And I do that too. It's one of the reasons why I wish I could do that here. It's because it's so cool to be driving around in California, you know. Oh, we need to be over there because we got left coming up. Oh, I remember this. It's that real sharp, terrible turn coming up here. But yeah, it's so cool to be like driving in
Keep
California.
left, then turn left.
Be like down there around LA and San Diego and set the internet radio to be
Turn
listening
left.
to whatever the you know, top stations are down in that area. Let's see, anybody here? Thank God there ain't nobody right here, because this is a terrible turn, and I really, really cut it sharp there. All right, we got another left coming up. Oh, let's put it in second. I do not want to stall out on one of these hills again. I am not going to stall out on one of these hills again. Even if I have to drive from here to Elko.
Left, then turn left.
In first gear all the way. We got this exit coming up here. Once we get out on the highway, we'll talk about something other than the driving, you know. But
turn
I want to
left.
concentrate on that at the moment. Lordy. Okay, good. I was going to say it's giving us a red light for the turn. Right, this lane's going to disappear, so let's come on over. And then let's just leave it in this gear while we do this real sharp turn here, alrighty? Got our brights on for the moment. There ain't no cars around. Keeping it down about 25 miles an hour. Now we're going to be able to merge in here. We even have to merge if this lane just stay where it is. I think this lane actually just stays where it is here. Let's hope so for now. Let's see if we can get a little speed on here. But we're going to be careful because we already rolled one on this road once, you remember. And I don't want to do that again. Alrighty, there we go. Chug it a little bit. How's our MPG doing? We're getting 4.5 miles per gallon. That will hopefully pick up as soon as we get out here on the highway and get the shift on into, like, you know, get our speed up here, and there's like this 10th or 11th and all. So it's like that right there. It says the truck speed limit is 70 miles an hour, but good luck to you if you start pulling 70 miles an hour down anything some of these streets, you know. Yeah, we do have, okay, we're just making sure. Uh-oh. I'm not going to Reno, so let's drift on over. Another thing, you gotta watch these disappearing lanes on you. Like that one will just disappear into a turn. Exit only. Okay, we're doing 45. I see it leaning a little bit, so I don't think we want to go any faster than that.
Immediately exit right.
Really? So it does want us to go right?
Exit right.
Fourth ain't the gear. It's like sixth. Sixth is even a little bit low. Shoot, I might have to drift my GPS out there a little bit further. Alrighty, we're gonna be drifting. Okay, this is gonna get us. Yep, we're bypassing Salt Lake. This is gonna get us on out here onto the highway. On 80. All right. Now, we shouldn't have any more disappearing lanes. We should be able to just sit over here and just smooth sail it on over. We'll see if we can get us a little speed built up here. All right, so cool. But I think we're going to hang out probably about 45 to 50. We ain't going to go no faster than that. We sure ain't going to do no 70 down here. I don't care what truck speed is. We were out there in that part of Utah or Nevada where you got that long road that just stretches out in front of you for miles and miles, maybe. Uh-oh, road work ahead. That usually means this lane's gonna close up. Yep, that lane was closing up. Hopefully they're just closing that one. But let's be ready just in case. Shifted on down to 8. Oh, I heard the jackhammer going off then. I think that's part of one of the sound fixes pack that adds in that extra stuff like hearing the jackhammer and all that. That was a long bit of road work there. I like that. That was cool.
Keep left.
Now, of course, we immediately turned into a lane that we shouldn't have been in. They're making me work for my living this morning. I've done more gear shifting here than I think I did in the entire trip, that last entire trip over there in England. All right. But like I said, now that we're out here on the highway, I was thinking it'd be a little bit easier driving around and all that, but maybe not, you know. Anyway, what were we going to talk about? Oh yeah, I was going to say that, you know, I haven't gotten to watch it yet. I haven't gotten to watch the FCS. They did their Christmas live stream on Twitter. Not Twitter, Twitch. You can watch it on Twitch. And it'll eventually be uploaded to their YouTube channel. They upload all their live streams to their YouTube channel as well, so that they're always on there and you can keep them. But they had a couple of announcements. They announced that for over there on the other side of the pond, all you Euro truckers, this next expansion coming out for y'all is going to be Iberia. So we're finally going to get Spain and Portugal. We're finally going to be added to, dangling down there on the bottom side of the continent there. So we'll be able to go on down there and visit my wife's favorite city, Barcelona and some of those other places. And then over here on this side, they've announced that the next state to be released is Idaho. And let me pull up my Rand McNally right quick while we're just driving down the road not doing anything. He says with all those yellow lines, all those yellow arrows coming up on the curve there, let's leave you in suspense. Bump, bump, bump! Anyway, let's go out to the world map here. Because one, I was curious where we are. Ooh, we zoomed in there. Alrighty, so we got this long curve. This is the one that we're in right now. I think we should be able to take that at 45. That's not too bad. That ain't as bad as some of those curves that y'all have back over there in England and all that. So where are we headed? See, we're already, there's Elko right there. I was trying to figure out where we are. So we're already about a third of the way. So we should be able to finish it up this trip. Not have to worry about sleeping and all that. But there you go. What was I saying? Idaho, yeah. For all those of y'all over there in England and Europe and all those other places and don't really know the U.S. geometry, and for that matter, I'd say about 2/3 of Americans don't know U.S. geometry either. They know the state they live in and they might know where they go vacation at, but let's be honest, they don't know where the hell anything is either. This right here is Idaho. This big funny looking state. That's where all the potatoes come from. It's known as the potato state. Of course, we don't grow all our potatoes there, but that's like their biggest crop. So I can imagine that y'all going to start seeing like a bunch of potato type, farming potato type cargoes and stuff coming out there, because what better thing than to mash them and bake them and stew them in a pot. And to mash them, boil them, stew them in a pot. I don't know. I don't speak Hobbit. I barely speak American. But I know some good coffee when I have it, that's for sure. So Idaho will be the next one. And that's going to be that one right there. And we're going to get back to driving now. I tell y'all a pretty funny little story about Idaho. Idaho got its name. It was don't remember what year it was. It was back during the 1800s, whenever they were coming out west and turning all those little western territories into states and all that. They had this big-time lobbyist, real serious lobbyist from out in the state, who was lobbying for statehood and all and getting the name, and he was wanting it named Idaho. You know, that was part of the thing when he was lobbying them and all. I see the trailer's shifting a little bit, so let's slow it on down. And one of the things he talked about, that was back during the 1800s, like I said, back when, you know, they were expanding west, and all the dime store novels were about the cowboys, and we call them, you know, Native Americans back now, but back then they called them Indians, of course, Indians, because of Columbus's old mistake and all that. But when he was wanting it named Idaho, and he told him it was a Shoshone, the Shoshone Indians that lived in this part. He said it was a Shoshone Indian word that meant like land of the rising sun or land of the sun, or he wasn't really clear on it. It had a bunch of things, he said. So they eventually did it and they named it Idaho. Well, it came out later when people got to looking up the word and went to talk to some of the Shoshone. They were like, what are you talking about? We've never heard the name Shoshone. We've never heard the name Idaho before. And they went, what? And the guy had to admit that he had made up the whole story. There was no such word as Idaho, and that he had made it all up. So this is named after an imaginary Native American word. But by then the damage had been done, so now Idaho is like I said, all the people in Idaho just get to live in a state that has an imaginary name. Uh-oh. Let's slow down. We got some stuff coming up here. I was hoping to get over in that other lane. Let's see if I can get on over there. Looks like an accident up here. Let's see what's going on. Shift it on down into fourth. Maybe not that slow. Ooh, look at that. That trucker there, he done like me. He done lost his cargo over there into the side of the road. You see all those pipes over there? I don't think this is where I did it last time, but it's probably awful close. Now, let's see if we can get our port of entry. All right. So we're leaving Utah. And where does that put us? I think we are in... Does that put us in Nevada now? I think it does. I think it puts us in Nevada now. I had to take a look at the map to be sure. Whoop! And there went our camera tumbling off the thing again. Alrighty, let me get that shit back up. But you know, I really need to get me some duct tape. Let me get me a cup of coffee here. I really need to get me some duct tape and fix that little thing so it ain't gonna fall off. I think what I'm gonna do though is get me a couple little C-clamps and put it on there, because I don't want to stick a bunch of tape to that little stand. Ah, there we go. Too many coffee cups sitting right down there. I think we are getting here. 1:30, yeah. We're only at like a half. Let's take a look out. Let's take a look out on the world map. We're only about halfway through our sleepy time. And we do have a couple more truck stops. We can go there if we have to. If we get down to it, we can go there if we get really tired. If we start yawning. We start yawning before we get to Elko, we'll pull up and we'll sleep over there off of 93. Alrighty? Because I think that button there, it's a little bit deceptive, that bed, because it's got so much, that bed's got so much down below. So much of the part of the bed is down below. In fact, bypass the nearby weight station. Thank you so much. Yeah, you see, so much of the bed is down below on the bottom half, it makes you look like there's a whole lot more down there than there really is. We're still real good on fuel. So let's get on driving. What speed are we in? We're still in 10th. We've only got one more shift we can do going up. I'm glad we didn't have to go away. I'm glad that they took us at our word that we were doing fine there. Come on up ahead of them. Come on up by me, trucker. Let's see what you hauling there. Look like you got a load of wood or something on the back of it. A load of wood or pallets, wood pallets or logs or railroad ties or something. That's one thing I've always wondered about in this particular thing. I wondered if you see, if you ever see people, other trailers on the road hauling gifts, because you know that's one thing with all these trailers that are in the game is you'll see other trucks come by hauling, you know, various stuff and all that. And I always wondered whether it's just you that had the big thing of gifts on the back of your truck, or whether any of the NPCs going along here would ever have any. Can we shift into 12th? Oh, I forgot. No, we can't shift into 12th. We got a 10 speed. Okay.